Spike NFC North podcast. As always, my name is Lex, representing the Green Bay Packers, joined here by the Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Lavon Lane, representing them Chicago Bears. Mr. Lane, it's Packers Bears week. Fucking finally, bro. We're gonna get to the matchup a little bit later in the show.
Okay.
But since you're the reigning NFC champ right now. NFC champ. You want to go first? Talk about your game, or you want me to go first? Talk about our game first.
All right, I'll go first and get mine out the way.
Go ahead, hit it, Mr. Lane. Appreciate you coming.
Yes, sir. Oh, no problem, man. I appreciate this time, man. This is much due. This is the game of the year. It's like, for the NFC.
Everybody's saying that, too. Saying? Everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. But before we get, like you said, into our game, I want to pick it back to Black Friday. I know you want to say some things about Turkey Day and Thanksgiving. So, man, we played them Philadelphia Eagles. Man, it was a great game, but it really wasn't no great game.
It really wasn't.
To be honest, it really wasn't no great game. But however, man, can you imagine this? Imagine this. Man, we had nearly 50 carries. I'm starting on the offensive side.
Let's go.
Nearly 50 carries, nearly 300 yards, almost 300 yards.
Both your backs had over 100 yards. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Both of my backs had over 125 yards each. Mm-hmm. Man, we had almost 20 first downs. Can you imagine that? Man, Philadelphia only had 2 first downs first half.
Fucking abysmal.
Can you imagine that?
Fucking abysmal.
Man. But here's the funny part. That's the offensive side. Now, here's the defensive side, right? Mm-hmm. See, people be forgetting. Yes, our defense is ranked low. It's towards the bottom, right?
Sure.
But we're missing 4 linebackers as a whole. And defensive line, we missing 2. We just brought back 2 Pro Bowlers on the defensive backs, Gordon and Jalen Johnson. We just brought them back for Philly, and they was on a pitch count, so they didn't.
They got limited snaps for sure. Yeah, gotcha.
Correct. So that's a total of $74 million that we didn't have.
Yeah.
On defense.
That's a lot of money going out, though. That's all I gotta say. It's a lot of money going out, man.
It's a lot of money going out, and a lot of money not playing.
Yeah.
So, but we still in here. Getting it in. We still making things count when we need to make it count, such as the takeaways. Now, here's the thing. The Eagles offense don't give away the ball, right?
Not necessarily, no. Unless they're fumble.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. Unless they fumble. But the Bears defense takes away. We lead the NFL in takeaways.
You do.
Yeah, all right. Now, another thing. The Eagles has a reputation of being great.
Yeah.
They has a reputation of being great. And they have a reputation lately of not being great. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? One of the reasons they have a reputation is because of their defense. They have a great defense. Mm-hmm. Vic Fangio. I know about Vic because he played with us in 2018.
Way back in the day.
We went to the Super Bowl.
The last time,
what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Sorry.
But what Ben Johnson schemed up against Vic Fangio's defense, man, it made them look like a junior college.
Yeah.
Their defensive line was blown out the way. It was like, man, their schemes and how, man, we had, I'll give you an example right quick. We had 3 tight ends on a strong side. 3 tight ends on a strong side.
Yeah.
Caleb faked the ball, and he faked it and bootlegged it to the left side. On each level, we had a tight end going up top.
Yeah.
And he threw that ball to Cole Kmet for the touchdown.
Right in the lane.
Right? Mm-hmm. Man, that right there let me know that the scheme Ben Johnson picks up, they wasn't ready for the counter, the trap, the wham blocks. All of them we had that featured our tight ends. Mm-hmm. But, however, I just have to say, man, it was amazing that seeing this. I ain't gonna lie, I was emotional because the Eagles do have Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
And Saquon will run you over and run all over you. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna mention this. This is the last time I mention about this because it's an afterthought now.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of things. But Saquon, man, understand this stat. Saquon normally when he touched the ball, it's actually 2 yards after the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This game, he was touched first. Once he got the ball, was right at the line of scrimmage. He had no place to go.
Mm-hmm.
And we're missing 4 linebackers.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can.
We in here.
I mean, dude, to be real, I feel like at least speaking objectively from my perspective, it's one thing to have players injured, obviously, and that's a huge thing. But I think realistically, with the fact that injuries are coming down the block this season, how everybody's fucking hurt, everybody's defense is fucked up, everybody's offense is fucked up. That's not an excuse anymore. We're coming up on playoff football, man. Like, and I understand your implications about what you're saying. The beauty is that they overcame it. You know, just like the Detroit Lions last year. You know, and I think that last year we'll duck on them later. You know, but I think it's one of those things. You know, where dude, Ben Johnson's united that team under a banter. The whole shirt removal thing, good, better, best chant, that's fire. That's pureness. And I think that that's something that, you know, is going to either A, work when you guys come to Lambeau, or B, will not. And, you know, only time will tell about that. Mr. Lane, I'll let you talk about your team. Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers for a minute now.
Let's go.
Because injuries is definitely a thing that's going on. We went against the Detroit Lions after whooping their ass week 1. And you know what, Lavon? By damn, we whooped their ass on Thanksgiving.
Oh, man.
Swept them. And, you know, it's been an underlying thing on the show that there's no way the Packers can pull off the impossible. And we did. And to be honest with you, the huge part of this was our defensive play. Not necessarily the corners and defensive backs, but our fucking line, man. Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary just penetrating. Dude, Micah Parsons with the sacks, I can't appreciate Goody and Ed Policy for initiating that trade enough. I think that we're finally starting to look like a team that can adapt our pressure, and even with the possible injuries that we have on the field, we're finally coming into a spot where we can challenge some of these young guys to step up. I mean, you guys have heard me bitching about Jordan Morgan, you know, for weeks and weeks and weeks. I haven't really seen him put in positions where he's going to be, you know, in a place where he's able to fuck us over like that. And I think that's huge. Right. And I think that the reason why we won this game, number one, is Jordan fucking Love. And he's in prime Toyota-thon form. And for our viewers who don't know this, Toyota-thon Jordan Love is basically where the socks come off. He goes and he throws him down, and this is going on his 3rd year at Toyota-thon Jordan Love. You know, 4 tutties, threw for what, 300 or so? Like, man, Ben's balling. No picks, no sacks from our offensive line, which is a huge part of this game. That's a huge thing. And, you know, we're still not healthy. Our center, Elton Jenkins, obviously gone. You know, we have, there's so many different things, right guard issues. You know, obviously there's a whole issue with the left guard too. But, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I like that the Green Bay Packers are finding ways, and I'm starting to see Matt LaFleur's play calling kind of pull the reins back a little bit, just because I feel like Jordan Love's strength comes from him getting a rhythm. And I think that a lot of times, especially when you're running the ball a lot, especially when there's lots of starts and stops, it's very hard to keep that going, especially, you know, with a bunch of penalties and shit, which is another thing. Our penalties are starting to trend downward. So all in all, I think that the Detroit Lions are going to come to Jesus thing, and I don't necessarily believe that Dan Campbell's play calling is going to be the answer to their future. I think that Jared Goff is kind of in a rut, like Dan Campbell said in that press conference. But I really think that the Green Bay Packers are kind of starting to lock in. I think that 1-0 mentality every week is starting to show itself. But coming into this matchup against the Chicago Bears, leading the fucking division, the worst possible scenario from where I'm fighting from, with us right underneath. We're right on your ass. Right on your ass. Like, and it's one of those things too, Lavon. Now, you know, I could talk about a Lions game. Obviously, shout out Corey Thompson. Fuck the Detroit Lions. They can kiss my ass for the rest of the season. But let's move on to the point of this show. The Chicago Bears come to Lambeau Field to play the Green Bay Packers on December 7th. Now, there's one facet of this game, Lavon, that I think you found particularly interesting, because I've been looking at a bunch of people who live in Green Bay. Bro, the snow is coming. There's snow on the ground everywhere. This is going to be one of those epic matchups where passing the ball might not be a very likely option. You know, for you guys, I mean, I think that's going to limit a lot of play callings, but, you know, from our perspective, this game could go either way. To be honest with you, I think
Absolutely.
I will wholeheartedly admit that I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which I think you could agree with the same thing on your end too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
and it's one of those things too. But what are your thoughts coming into Lambeau Field, coming off of this momentum win for the Eagles? Because if you guys falter now, that could have detrimental issues, rippling effects for you guys' momentum season wise. But what are your thoughts?
Absolutely, it possibly can. But one thing you did mention was the elements, right? The elements of the game. But in the gospel of Mike Singletary, you know what he said? I like this party, baby. He said, I like this type of party. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we're both outside.
We're both
neighbors.
Outside Arctic teams.
Outside
we are.
Exactly.
We are.
So this is where the grit meets the breaks. This is where we go heads up.
We're going to realize who's who. We're going to realize who's who.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like they say, whoever make less mistakes will win. Point blank.
Yeah.
And that's one of my optimisms about going with the Bears now. One of my optimism is that yes, we're going to be very competitive. But what Ben Johnson having this team doing right now, he having them to believe. He having them hope. He having them so crunk right now.
They're fucking lit. I'm not gonna lie. They're lit as hell. Like all y'all's locker room shit. Fuck. Like I'm concerned. Like I'm absolutely concerned.
Hey, it's so funny. He got them so lit. He got me lit. I'm like, I haven't had this type of excitement since I was a child. And you know, I was like, you know what? I'm all in. Matter of fact, since I'm all in, hold on.
Oh, hell. What he got up his sleeve? A belly?
Hold on.
Oh!
Let's go.
Oh, boy. You know what?
All in.
Miss Lane.
Good, better, best. Let's go.
You know what? You better keep that on your chest. Look, man.
Oh, it's on my chest.
This is on record. What's the bet for the game?
Ooh.
I haven't lost one yet this year. It's weird. I haven't. I've won them all.
Oh, you know, I ain't no bet. I ain't afraid of it. I just haven't thought about it.
We don't put a bottle on it. Keep it standing. Put a bottle on it.
All right.
Put a bottle on it.
Bottle what you like. Bottle what I like.
$30. Everybody get their bottle, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, you know how to do that.
Bet.
Miss Lane, though, I will say on a side note, I'm glad that your franchise is finally turning shit around. Because to be honest, y'all been fucking bad for a long time. And
you know,
go ahead. What were you gonna say?
You know, you right. Here's the thing. We've been bad, but in being bad, we haven't been consistent. You gotta understand. 7 years ago, yes, we went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
5 years ago, we went to the playoffs. We was 8-8. We was mediocre, and we went to the playoffs. Now we ain't like no team like Dallas. Ain't been in 30 years, and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So we've been, but it's been low key mediocre because we're just barely making it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We just scrubbing just to get in with our foot in the door.
Yeah.
So y'all winning the division. You see what I'm saying? In prior years, besides, you know, Detroit last year and whatnot. However,
might be the last year, but okay.
Yeah. But y'all highly competitive. I ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Y'all highly competitive. That's why they always keep you in.
Yeah.
And then Vegas say you are going to beat us by a touchdown.
I never fucking trust Vegas, though. I never trust it, dude. Because literally, the second Vegas says one thing, there will be a bullshit-ass ref call that influences the whole outcome of the game, especially in the fourth quarter. You know, and that's the thing, too. I think my biggest concern is because, to be honest with you, like, we could talk, you know, expectations and specifics about game plan and strategy. I don't think it fucking matters. Because, you know, this is the truest black and blue division game we've had in a long time.
And in addition to that, we're not fully healthy. Neither one of our teams are.
Neither one of us are.
Can you imagine both of us being fully healthy and going head to head for a number one spot?
To be honest, man, I don't really give a fuck how healthy we are because this is a football thing, man. Like,
true,
you know what I mean?
Mentality.
Like, and I've been kind of putting less and less weight, on injuries just because I really think that, like, the beauty of a team is when you can inspire those other guys to come in and make impact plays.
Right.
You know, that's what one testament I'll give you guys. Dude, Ben Johnson has those motherfuckers ready to run through a brick wall for his ass, you know? And I think that with the Green Bay, I think that our players are leading versus the coach. You know what I mean? Like, and that's something that's a change that I didn't necessarily see coming. I wasn't exactly sure how that was going to transpire, you know, at this point in the season. But I think that, you know, if there's one thing I've learned about watching my team this year is we can be good one week and dog shit the next. And I think that we're kind of starting to chip away at the players' maturity as opposed to their expectations. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, and so
especially your quarterback.
That's exactly it. Because, dude, Jordan Love's balling like fuck, and nobody's really talking about it. Like nobody's talking about it. He's fucking crushing, you know. And the thing is also because he has a tendency to make bad decisions. Again, like, and I got a lot protecting the ball has me concerned this game. You know, God forbid there be snow falling in the sky. Like, dude, oh my God. Like, we don't know what the weather's going to be back. But I looked at Tom Grassi's Instagram story. He lives in Green Bay now. Fuck, dude. There's 6 inches, 8 inches, a foot of snow already. And that was yesterday.
Are you serious?
Yes. It's like a sea of white. Like a sea of white. And I'm like, are we going to talk about this? Like, is this going to be, you know, but like I said,
the elements matter.
The elements are a huge thing. But also, Lavon, I know for a fact we got get back on you guys in 2 weeks again. So that's another thing. We've never played this back-to-back games this close together. So I'm excited to see the outcome of that. You know what I mean? Any final things you want to get out there?
Yeah, I'm going to do my final thoughts on this thing. One of my final thoughts is I want to take it back to when we first got Ben Johnson. One of the major things he said. But however, before I get to what he said, I want to get back to what Lovie Smith said when we was consistently beating y'all. I got to go back. I got to go way back, 20 years.
Way back.
And one thing
we don't talk about those times, but that's fine.
One thing Lovie Smith said is, "Thank y'all for having me. Let's get back to beating Green Bay." He specifically mentioned Green Bay. 20 years later, we hire one of the most highly wanted coach, offensive play caller, offensive guru they call Ben Johnson. And he said this. And this is when he was coming from Detroit. He said, "I really love beating Matt LaFleur twice a year." That's what I know he's gonna scheme up something so wonderful. Especially with a number one. The Bears had a number one offensive line. Number one rushing. And we can keep Caleb consistent and quit holding the ball so long and throwing it all over the place. So we keep him consistent. I guarantee you, Ben Johnson will scheme up something. However, what's going to play a role is our defense against y'all offense.
True.
Y'all offense is hot.
It's funny.
Offense is hot.
Now, let me say it this way. You said Ben Johnson came in, and he went from Matt LaFleur. You know what the most exciting thing about this is? That's not even who he needs to worry about. It's Jeff Hafley. Our defense could fuck y'all's world up. To be real. Be real.
That's true. That's true. But my point is this. Why is Ben Johnson, he's a system analyst from college. Yeah. Why is he so focused on Matt LaFleur? You know why? Because he's a dog play caller. Meaning he sees Matt LaFleur as a dog play caller too. He's not going to out scheme me. So he thinks offensive mindset.
Are you sure? Have you heard the interviews from this one?
I'm going by what?
Oh, what his expectations are. Gotcha. Yeah. Because to be real, Matt LaFleur hasn't shot back at all. No, and that's the thing.
I don't even know the guy.
Exactly. And the thing is, Matt LaFleur always keeps his fucking cool. But I guarantee you the second that Ben Johnson said that in that hiring interview, him and a half were like, fuck this nigga. We're going to play it cool. They got something for your ass. You know what I mean? Especially once we got an edge rusher like Michael Parsons stuff, man. But what a fucking time to be alive, Lavon. When we started the show this season, man, like, Like, especially going into weeks 3 and 4, you were like, oh no, what's happening? I'm throwing shit. We're losing to the Browns. And now here the fuck we are. It's a long road.
Good.
It's going to lot of other things. I got a couple last thoughts with Lavon. I'll give you the floor one more time. Any last thing you want to say before we wrap this up, man?
No, I'm excited about our game. I think I'm gonna give I think it's gonna go down to who has the ball last.
I agree.
And whoever has the ball last, it can go down to like our last 2 games last year. Remember, y'all beat us that first game by a field goal, and then we blocked.
Actually,
y'all
technically, we blocked y'all's field goal the first time, and then the second time they'll beat us.
Yeah. So it can be a game, I think, competitive like that, especially with the elements and everything. So it's going to be a close one. I think whoever has the ball last, I think will probably come out victorious.
Yeah, man. Dude, so before I get my last thoughts, who do you think your breakout player is going to be in this game?
All right.
There's a person on your team I'm absolutely terrified of. And I'm not even going. I'm not going to tell you, but I'll tell you after you say yours.
Okay. So I have one breakout player on. Well, actually, I have 2 on offense and 1 on defense. If that's cool.
That's fine. Go for it.
All right. So my breakout player on offense, 2 on offense is Swift and Monangai.
Backs. Okay.
The backs. Now to get that core working, we got to have our offensive line on point.
On point.
Those are 2. Those are 2 on offense. On defense, my breakout player has to be Sweat.
That's exactly what I'm scared of. Sweat. That nigga right there. Oh.
Yeah, he's fire. He's averaging a sack a week now.
And that's the thing, too. It's like, I hope that we're planning for him. Because he's kind of an understated silent hitter. You know what I mean? Like, he'll have a couple of weeks where he is, but to be real with you, I think our O-line is starting to gel. But, dude, I really think that our teams might be perfectly matched with where we are right now.
Yeah.
And I think our only advantage we have over you is Love as a passer versus Caleb as a passer, but that could go either way, depending on your offensive scheme, dude.
Any given Sunday,
So in closing, I'll say, obviously the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears, this is going to be an insanely exciting matchup, to be real. This is the first Packers-Bears game where I'm going in completely uncertain. Like, completely fucking uncertain. And a long ass time.
I've never heard you say that.
You've never heard me say that. I don't know which one of my teams is going to show up and which one of yours is going to show up. Which is also exciting. But as far as my team and the Green Bay Packers, I think our breakout players, and, you know, it's one of the understated parts of our defense is our cornerback room. But, dude, I'm not going to go corners. I'm going to go with Edgerrin Cooper. I really need our Edgerrin Cooper. He's our second-year DB, and dude, I really need him to just continue to prove, because I think that he's one of those people with half the scheme. He's moving him around. He's drawing pressure from Parsons. Parsons is able to get through y'all's line. So it's going to come down to it. Who wants it more? And I think we're certainly in for a fucking dogfight in this game. Obviously, passing is going to be limited depending on the elements, but, you know, that's black and blue division football, dude. So, Mr. Von Lane.
I was going to challenge you on that.
Yeah.
I was going to challenge you on that.
Yeah.
You said Cooper.
Cooper, go ahead.
In my mindset, just looking at you from an outsider perspective, I was thinking Watson, because Watson is balling.
Yes, but that depends on the weather. It depends on the weather. If we're not able to pass the ball deep, then we're not going to. You understand what I'm saying? Because Edgerrin Cooper is going to be more valuable to us stopping your running backs. You see what I'm saying? Like that. And I'm looking at like the overall. If it's cold and there's no snow coming on the ground, Watson's coming for that ass. But in closing, Jaden Reed might be back on Sunday. That's the nigga y'all haven't seen since week 2.
Nope.
And I'm just telling you, like I said, it's all going to depend. They're obviously not going to be able to only run the football the entire time. But like I said, nobody knows what a coach is going to do until somebody punches them in the mouth. You know what I mean? But with that being said, Mr. Lavon Lane, fuck the Bears.
Yes,
but thank you for, coming to do the show. We'll definitely have a one-on-one back and talk deep threats about this. But this might be a series coming forward because we'll definitely see you guys in a couple of weeks. So also, thank you guys so much for watching the Spike Podcast. Joined by Mr. Lavon Lane, representing the Chicago Bears. My name is Lex, representing the Green Bay Packers. If you guys like what you're seeing, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next episode. Good night.